interesting that it sounds like where generally speaking, the in-person value is being with people, right? Like that's the ticket. And a lot of people also love learning in different ways, right? Like some people love packing up their laptops, getting on a plane, and really immersing themselves versus the potential distraction of like a virtual setting where you have Slack open and you're looking at content or whatever, whatever. But the people and the engagement and the networking really seems to be the driver. And I'm curious if that isn't, you know, up to snuff yet at in-person events, and certainly we don't know when it will be, what is the value of in-person events? Like why do we want to go back to particularly larger conference events? I mean, I'm not talking about like smaller field marketing type events, but these big, huge conferences. What do you think is the future for them?
Honestly, I kind of, I think about like Dreamforce, where this was one of the first years. If I might be wrong that it was the first year that it was virtual this year. But they had some big box names, like Will Smith was there presenting some content, and they had the Foo Fighters do a presentation. So, when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. Like if I'm in person at a huge conference like that, it should feel like a concert, like an
Right.
event, like that they're part of this thing with these people that you're all, on the same track. You're all really excited about it, and it's only going to happen in that context in that moment.
Right.
That's, I think, that the key that needs to be emphasized with live events going forward if they're going to stay large like this. Um, and I definitely agree that, recognizing that people have different learning styles and an understanding that being in person is, I mean, we've experienced that with the past, couple of years, and kids struggling to learn virtually. There is huge value in being in person and being in a room and actually being able to ask questions live like that I think virtual is doing a great job of trying to simulate. But that would be another element of in-person events that we can probably build upon and do better is, like with the workshops at CM World, there was a day of workshops where they kind of all took place within the same hour and you had to pick which one you wanted to attend. I would say more of that in this event would have made it feel that much more valuable for that learning experience and like collaborative element for being in person.